Have you ever wondered how small YouTubers can get big views, but you can't? Jen and I are going to look at a couple channels and give you a breakdown of how these channels are breaking the YouTube algorithm in their favor. We're going to do all of that here on The Boost by vidIQ. Jen, I know everyone wants to get big views all the time, and they follow a lot of our advice, and sometimes we hear people say, well, I tried it, but it didn't work. What do you think?
It sometimes takes more than one try, but we're really going to prove all of that wrong because we've been watching a lot of YouTube and we found some creators that are honestly just crushing it right now. So let them be proof that it can happen to you. Your small channel has a chance to shine.
We're going to try a couple of different channels from a couple of different niches and show you how they are doing amazing just by putting out content that is not just researched well, but also produced well. They also have their target audience figured out like we talk about here on vidIQ and are crushing it. Let's get started. Let's start with lavender cashew milk latte. That sounds like an order from Starbucks. Is that your order, Jen?
It's pretty close. I'm more of a pistachio girl, but you know, cashew will do. Okay, as all jokes aside, this is probably my favorite channel name that I've ever come across on the platform. Why is this so funny?
Now look, this is the lifestyle channel, so I'm gonna be real honest. I don't know what the heck's going on here. The only thing I can tell you is that they are crushing it. Look at this. In 1 month, 129,000 views with 28,000 subscribers, which might sound like a lot to some of the people watching this, but don't worry, we have even smaller creators after this. Even saying that, in 12 days to get almost as many views as subscribers is something that just generally speaking doesn't happen. What is this channel doing that is making the YouTube algorithm just love their videos?
This channel is crushing it seasonally, and that's kind of the crazy part. Like, you want your content to feel relevant, and it's content that you could put another word. So all of this summer content is what we're really looking at. This could be the exact same video in winter, and that's really the gold here. This creator is leaning into what is popular right now, what is seasonally attractive. I don't want to watch just a plain makeup routine. I want to see a minimal sun-kissed makeup routine because that feels relevant and it feels so much more intriguing, as well as just crushing the lifestyle thumbnails. I know Travis is going to say that these look like a hot mess. I mean, it's different than we're used to seeing in a lot of other places on YouTube. And we have, I would say, one of the most popular ones, which is to have several images vertically aligned. It's just all about the vibe. It's about the aesthetic. And when we see romanticize your summer, I think not only is that a super popular video concept to make, but we're visually seeing what we feel like when we want to romanticize our summer. So this creator, even just titles, thumbnails, is doing so well. It comes from the idea, and how can you elevate that idea to make it feel more intriguing, more relevant? This creator is nailing it.
So one of the things I can see as a takeaway here is timeliness. So I noticed that you mentioned the summertime stuff, and I did notice they also had some videos in December, and they're very specifically talking about the time of year when they make some of these videos. So I totally get that. So what you're saying to me is timeliness can be a factor in success?
1000%, because not only are these videos that you can continuously make throughout the year with small changes to make them feel a little bit more relevant, it's just that repeat content and just being super aware as to when to have that content out, because I'm gonna be way more curious about right now. Do I want to go watch a spring video right now? No. I mean, I might back watch it if I have, I found this creator and I like the content, but in terms of showing up on my homepage, showing up in browse, those are the videos that are hot and now that makes sense to get traffic like this. And also just like doubling down on all of it. It's a good space on the platform. I don't know why, but I feel like I already trust her. I feel like if I'm gonna learn how to romanticize my life, she gave me good vibes and I'm like, I believe you.
This one's right up my alley. It's a tech channel, and I know a lot about that. I had my own tech channel. There's a lot of things going on here. Jen, I know that you're not super into tech, but tell me what you see when you look at this, and then I'll tell you what I see.
I see technology that looks like it's gonna give me a headache. That's what I see.
Good. Let me talk about it then.
All seriousness, I see some really well done up thumbnails, but Travis, you're gonna have to break this one down for us 100%.
I love this. This creator took two ideas and combined them into one successful one. And the thing is, this is what every creator should do. They should take something they're very passionate about and also something that's very popular. And in this particular case, something I've been preaching for years is if you can save someone time or money, you are absolutely gonna find a viewership. So what he did was he took his passion for computers and combined it with helping people save money by flipping things, you know, either by buying a computer and then reselling it, or buying a gaming computer on a budget. It doesn't matter. He's here to help you save money and in some instances make money. I love that when you take your passion, something that is pretty popular, and then add it to something that everyone can think about, everyone can connect with. Making and saving money is something everyone is interested in.
I feel like what you're telling me here is that this creator, even being a smaller creator, has thought about their audience, has thought about what's going to benefit and help their audience. Do you feel like that comes across?
Absolutely. Look at this one right here that's super popular with 130,000 views. A realistic $500 console killer PC. The reason that this one connects so well is because video game consoles are about $500. And if you can come across a PC that plays things at a higher resolution and higher graphic settings for the same exact price and can do other things like, I don't know, social media, why wouldn't you buy it? And one of the things I really love about this video is that it's budget minded, which exactly fits his little niche that he's created. And if you look at this one, he has another one that's $240 for a gaming PC. This tells us that there are a lot of budget gamers out there. And if you know anything about the industry, you'll know that people are trying to save money when it comes to gaming PCs. So he targeted to a specific type of viewer and he's crushing it.
I'm also intrigued here. I'm like, that's not a lot of money at all. Almost a shock factor, I feel like, because I'm not really deep into this world and I look at that and I'm like, oh, that's really cheap. Maybe I want to click.
And another great thing about this is if he's using affiliate links, he's going to make some money here that has nothing to do with AdSense. And we always talk about diversification when it comes to money. If he's using specific websites to buy different products, he could actually put affiliate links in his description and make a little side cash.
Let's click on one of those popular videos. Let's see how this creator is opening up some of this content that's going over really well.
I recently made a video about this gaming PC. Originally, I had built it for $360 and it was supposed to be a jab at a console killer PC. Of course, at the price point, it's an absolute steal, but you obviously couldn't repeat that build for the same price that I did. So today, I'm redeeming myself with hopefully a better computer and a better video.
I like the vibe of this. It's kind of cool. He shows like the really nice B-roll. He's got a little music going. It shows a little angle with him kind of sitting there and playing the game. The proof's in the pudding right here. I love that.
Wait, I like that. He's like challenging himself. So he obviously did another video that got a decent amount of traffic. It sounds like people were potentially commenting on maybe how he had some of the stuff before. It wasn't truly accessible to everyone. And he was like, well, you know what? This one is. This one's going to be. I mean, just comes right back to he's thinking about his audience. He's solving a problem that sounds like was vocalized through another video.
And for you gamers out there that have been waiting for a channel, here it is. This is the channel that I've been super excited to talk about because the view to subscriber ratio is insane.
Crazy.
This channel only has 24 videos and just under 500 subscribers and are routinely getting thousands of views per video. There are tons of people watching this video right now with 500 or even more subscribers and don't routinely get thousands of views. So we got to figure out how is this creator doing it and how you can do it as well. Okay, so this is a creator who does Destiny content, the video game Destiny. So let's take a look at one of the videos and see if we can figure out what the keys to success are.
Whether you're a diehard fan of necrotic grips like me, or you've never given it a try, you're going to be blown away by how insane necrotic grips are in the final shape thanks to Prismatic. Prismatic allows us to do things I have only dreamt of before.
The hook alone, if you know anything about this game, is so there.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, I'm about to start playing this game. He's making me feel like I can play this game.
The wording he uses where you're going to be blown away by this thing that he's going to teach you is really the hook. It keeps you connected to the content and makes you want to watch more.
It makes it feel like more than a tutorial. Like I feel like I'm about to learn something that nobody else knows. Like automatically feel inside of this secret club that he's just made up with one sentence.
Not only that, he also talks to people that have used these items in the game before. He says, whether you've used it or not, basically about to blow your mind, which is great. What a hook. The hook in a video is super important. It's the thing that you are telling the viewer that tells them that they need to stay connected to this video because you're about to blow their mind with the content later on. I mean, it worked on me. I'm going to watch the rest of this later on.
It's just awesome. He didn't exclude anybody.
He also used the word insane, which is a great word to use when you're trying to hype up someone to watch your video content. And the views reflect that. This is one of his better performing videos, and he only has 500 subscribers, actually less than 500 subscribers, and getting 13,000 views on this video. So what is this creator doing that's working so well? Well, they've niched themselves into this one specific game and are giving beginners and intermediate players new tips and tricks on how to level their game up. It's not just a let's play or watch me play, it's him trying to help them. And that is the key to the growth that this channel's having. Not only is he doing it in a really interesting way with his editing and his thumbnails, but he's also giving value back to his audience. And that is so priceless that people will spend more and more time with his content.
I think it's huge too within this space to have it be so clear what level you're focusing on, whether it be beginner, whether it be expert. If that beginner comes to this channel and this is gonna help them as a beginner, they're gonna be watching a lot of videos, that's for sure. You've unlocked a binge session for someone just immediately. So that stands out to me, especially having that language in the hook, just so well established.
Something I always tell people that I work with on their channels is there's always people just outside of your niche that might be interested in the content you're making, which means you have to talk to beginners. If you can talk to beginners in a way that they understand, you might gain new viewers, subscribers, and all the things that come with that. This one is going to be lots of fun because it's about food, and you all know I love food.
This channel is a baby channel, and look at the subscribers, look at the views.
They had another channel and spun this channel off based on the success or the interest in one particular topic, which is British people trying American food. Now, this is something I've actually helped other creators with, because when you cross cultures with any video, it's interesting to both cultures and people that aren't even in that culture. Watching British people try American food for the first time is just interesting. So of course they're going to do well. And on a channel that's focused specifically on that particular subject, you're going to see explosive growth, which they have absolutely seen. And in only 90 videos, they have 16,000 subscribers, and all of their videos are getting tens of thousands of views. That could be you. Combining two things, such as something you're passionate about and also something that everyone else wants to know about, whether it be saving money or culturally relevant things, can make a channel explode.
We always see versus content taking over. It's just irresistible to watch.
This channel didn't exist 7 months ago. That's right, all of this has happened in the last 6 months. As you can see, their oldest video is only 6 months old. They took a channel idea, created the entire channel around it, and blew it up. That's amazing that this channel didn't even exist 7 months ago, Jen.
I mean, it's just mind-blowing. It's so exciting to see creators shine like this and to just find that place, that comfortable, new, exciting place on the platform. This is so awesome.
They're beating the YouTube in every conceivable way. It's amazing to see, and I love to see it.
Wait, how did I just realize that we have all textless thumbnails too, and I know exactly what's going on? That is insane. We don't have verses, we don't have lines.
No text necessary.
We got nothing crazy. That's wild to me.
You know, the funny thing is, I didn't really recognize it at first, but now that you bring it up, it's a good point. Food channels don't generally need a lot of text on their thumbnails. The only text that they really have is the name of the restaurant that they go to, and that's kind of all you need. And that's from the actual picture of the sign.
I don't think you could have more familiar things in a thumbnail. Like, they are doing such a great job. Not only is the food familiar, we have the logo and the restaurant that is pulling you in that can be familiar. And then you're going to probably align with one side, whether it's the American side or the British side or just overseas in general. You're going to have that be the familiar aspect too. So that is just really mind-blowing to be able to pull that off and have the story come through so clearly without the use of additional text. They're living the dream right there.
So we've shown you a channel with under 500 subscribers that gets thousands of views per video. We've shown you a channel that didn't exist 7 months ago that gets tens of thousands of views every single video. So what is holding you back? There's no excuse, Jen. The takeaways that we've given them have to help them moving forward.
We really want to focus on, in the lifestyle space, coming up with ideas that are seasonally relevant and switching those ideas up and really leaning into the packaging that's going to make sense for that specific space. We've talked about identifying an audience and some really huge concepts like saving money, but also with a passion, with something you're so passionate about, and having those just collide in a world that obviously is working out. And then we're also talking about, even just hook strategy and bringing in those newbies, hooking that viewer so hard. That is so doable as a small creator. This is proof that it works if you put the thought and the time into it and really just attract the people that you're going to provide that value to. And then lastly, to bring it home, we're talking about a channel that has identified really connecting that known and unknown together, killing it visually in thumbnails, conceptually just on a roll, bring new ideas to life in a really intentional way.
So all this this advice we've just given you is free, and you can literally grow your channel based off what we just told you. If you want some additional tools, we have a link in the description below for vidIQ, where you get all the greatest tools for free. If you want more in-depth advice, we actually have an audio podcast here called Tube Talk. There will be a link in the description below, so make sure you check that out.
How fun was this to highlight small channels, Travis? I feel like sometimes we get lost so easily in some of the big creators on this space, and we feel that disconnect between being here and achieving this. Highlighting these small creators that are crushing it is probably my favorite thing that we've done. It's so motivational.
It's so much fun to do. If you're a small channel and you're crushing it, leave us a comment below. Also, every Tuesday, we do a live stream where we audit channels, so make sure you're subscribed and you can check out those live streams as well. And we'll see you next time.